Hey guys, this is Shreyash and welcome back to my channel. Now if you had this question ever on your mind which you saw at the beginning of this video, well, this video is for you because in this video I'll be talking about why you don't need to consider megapixel when you're thinking of good quality camera. Now I say this is because I see a lot of companies, they are focusing on megapixels when they are promoting their cameras, but actually it is not the case. I say this because I'm gonna explain you everything that you need to understand before buying the good quality camera phone which you want to think. So before we start this video, I want you guys to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button and do everything that's need to be done. And I'm sure that you have done this all right now. So let's start the video. So first thing that you need to understand is that what is megapixel? Megapixel is just the resolution. So let's say if the image has the resolution of 6000 by 4000, it simply means that the megapixel count of this image is 24 megapixel. What I have done is I have just multiplied 6000 by 4000 and which gave me 24 million, and that's what we call as 24 megapixel. Now similarly, if you have the resolution as 8000 by 6000, it actually means that the resolution of your image is 48 megapixel. But is it the only thing that contributes to a good quality image? Well, the answer to it is a big no, because there are a lot of other factors that you need to consider when you are thinking about a good quality images. For example, you need to think about color, like how good the camera is able to capture the colors from the image. How good is the dynamic range of your camera, like how good is it able to capture and preserve the details in the highlight and shadow at the same time. That is called as dynamic range in layman term. And the third thing that you need to consider is how good is the camera able to handle the noise in your image, because I think that night photography is something that challenges every camera. So you need to think all these factors when you are considering a good quality camera. But now the question here is that do we really need to have that extra megapixel camera? Well, the answer is yes, you do need this, because let's say look at this example. So here's the high megapixel image which is 64 megapixel. So having a high megapixel images gives you that flexibility to crop into the image and still not losing the resolution. So yeah, that's one of the benefit when you have that high megapixel image. Now, as you know that every coin has its true sides, so similarly this has its downside too, which I'll be talking about in the later part of this video when I'm talking about the low light performance of the camera. But for now, let's just focus on only phone camera. So a phone camera is made up of lens. Behind that lens there is a sensor. But have you ever wondered that how does an Apple phone or the Samsung phone, they have just 12 megapixel camera and still they are able to capture the good quality images? Well, this brings me to the next point of my video, that is software. So basically these phones have a good quality software which does a good job for them and actually provides you the good image. So basically what happens is that, as you know, the lens captures the light, it then provides to the sensor produces the image on the sensor, it then provides to the image processing software, it converts it to the JPEG format, it's what you see on your display. So it's the complete process of imaging when you think only about phone. Now recently I saw a video from Marquis Brownlee where he compared these two phones, which is iPhone and MI phone, one with 12 megapixel camera while the other with 108 megapixel camera. And you can still find the difference between them easily, because the iPhone being on low megapixel, it's able to capture that point sharp image. And this happens because when you are shooting with low megapixel camera, your sensor has to put that less efforts to produce the image, whereas when you capture the same image with 108 megapixel camera, the size of a sensor is still the same. So ultimately the sensor has to put more efforts to fill that 108 million pixels than to fill that 12 million pixels. That's exactly the reason why you get that motion blur and non-sharp images, because it's quite a difficult job for that sensor to fill in that 108 million pixel, and that's the result you also get the noise in your image, because the more megapixel you'll get more noise. So basically that's it from this video. Hope you have learned something from this video, and next time you are going to buy the new phone for a better quality camera, make sure you consider all these points before buying that phone. because companies are there that are going to make a fool out of you, but you don't have to be. You have to be wise. You have to consider all these facts. I'll repeat them again, such as color, how good is the dynamic range, and how good is the low light performance. Consider all these facts and then make your decision wisely. And that's it from this video. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed, like this video and subscribe to my channel and share this video. See you in the next video.